Okay, y'all gonna have to excuse the way I look because I just woke up and I have to make this video as quickly as possible while I'm by myself because the things that I'm talking about, people claim, oh, she crazy. I don't want to hear what she have to say, but this is very serious. So I have the opportunity. The man is not here. When I woke up, he was gone. So now I can, and I had just uploaded another video. Um, where I said he has charges of talking about my baby daddy, my Caucasian baby father, and his charges and everything. So I didn't have the storage in my phone because I already recorded so much that I'm about to post. But let me just go on ahead into this. First of all, this video is not about what I'm about to say right now. I'm going to talk about what the video is about after what I'm about to tell y'all. But I'm going to tell y'all real low because y'all know I don't watch television. And the man, he's leaving the television on all night, and I'm doing another video about some of the things that they was playing and that they was saying on the television, because I had woke up and he had been doing it every night since I've been here. And I woke up to work on my nails last night, and if you would have heard the things that they were saying on that television, that you would know that it's brainwashing. That the reason why they want to keep the television on while I'm asleep is to brainwash me. And I wrote down what was being said on the television. I wrote who was saying it, and then he had the radio playing as well, and it was white women singing on the radio all night long. And so he was gonna have the radio and the TV on, and with these devils on the TV and these devils on the radio while I'm trying to sleep. And it's very forceful and evil, because you can't even get a fucking moment of peace. Like, they don't want me to have a moment of peace, to where when I go to sleep, that's my personal time that God gave me, to where everything needs to be cut the fuck off. Nobody needs to be trying to speak to my spirit while I'm asleep but the Most High God. And so there was times where he would leave out of the room and he'll be gone for a minute and leave the TV on. I don't watch TV because of the shit that they be talking about. And so I cut it off, and he came so I can concentrate on you. Y'all know I do music, and I cut it off so that I can listen to some of my music. And when he came back inside, he was finna cut it back on and leave back out. And I was like, I told him when he came back in, I didn't know if he was gonna stay in the room, but I was like, I cut the TV off because you gotta have control over your own mind. Sometimes you can't always let I said, I was like, the reason why I don't be wanting the TV on if I'm in here by myself is because it'd be a lot of negative energy. It'd be a lot of different spiritual stuff coming out of that television. And when you got goals and you going through the shit that I'm going through, I don't want to hear motherfuckers talking in my motherfucking face at all. You will rarely see me cut on the TV. And if I'm by myself, I don't want nobody trying to force me to listen to that shit. Or so, when I got up, it was like 5 o'clock in the morning, and I cut that radio down. It was white witches on the radio singing glory to Satan and stuff, because in them songs they all singing glory to Satan. Trust me, everything on the television is all about Satan, I'm telling you. And that's why I'm gonna do videos actually breaking down why they showing y'all the shit they showing y'all on TV, and why some of the things I'm being said on the radio as well, that is really his little playground. And as a spiritual person, if y'all know anything about visions, if y'all know anything about the Holy Spirit, if you ever been around somebody who is considered somewhat of a psychic, they will need a peaceful environment. Um, I have been woken up out of my sleep by people, and that messes with my visions, and I haven't been saying anything. But I know that the devil want me to be focusing on what other people is doing. I'm gonna give y'all some information about my whole living environment and the setup that the devils have for me, because they want to make it look very subliminal. They'll try to use the person that's supposed to be helping you and close to you and try to make it seem like you wrong for exposing the stuff. That's why I'm gonna do a separate video to expose how they do rituals on people in their sleep who are against the devils and the Illuminati, and they'll try to force you to watch the television, and they will try to force you to listen to them witches singing that music. Now, y'all know sometimes I turn on the radio and I want to dance and stuff, but you know, it's different when somebody is deliberately trying to brainwash you and influence you with the witches culture. Because when I listen to music, I'm just listening to the music. I'm not trying to be brainwashed. My mind is alert, but when I'm asleep and it's in my subconscious mind, if y'all would have just heard what these people were saying while I was asleep, and they've been doing it every night, and I didn't even know what the fuck these people were saying in my sleep, because I'd be asleep, but I know that the TV and the radio be on. So the Holy Spirit had me up last night, and I heard everything that these witches were saying from that TV while I would have been laying next to them in the bed asleep. And I was like, I wrote down everything they said on the TV, and I was like, I need to expose that they would have been saying those things from the television screen while I was asleep. So, anyway, let me go into details about what this video is about, because the devil won't be focusing on negative bullshit that people could try to do around me. And as y'all can see, I don't have myself together right now. I don't really want to have myself together right now, because then I have to go and do some of the things that I need to do, around the city or whatever. And people think they're going to be just seeing me out there and plotting on me out there, just doing my day to day, because there's still so much information that I have not released. I kind of want to go on ahead and do a separate video so y'all don't get the information construed. And so, as far as food and stuff like that, like I don't have, food, things like that, so that I'll have the energy to get up and start my day, because there is no kitchen, there is no microwave. I have some burritos in there, but the microwave is at his sister's house upstairs, and he's not here. But any other time he's spying when I'm trying to do something and everything. So I wrote down everything, and just the video that I'm about to make next, because I was going to talk about this video, but this video already went to 7 minutes or whatever, and I'm going to do another separate video about the brainwashing rituals that they try to do on civil rights leaders and black women, black men who are going against the devil and his system. They'll try to taunt you with it, which lets you know that they are trying to brainwash our children as well. But the video that I'm about to make next is about the death threats that I got in the jail, and it's about the conversation that I had with Cynthia Olvera in the jail. She came out of her body and came to the jail in the spirit, like while I was awake, because I was having visions, but there was also people who came out of their bodies to come into my cell after I had shot my baby daddy and been in the jail pregnant, and the evidence was coming out that I was pregnant. And Cynthia Olvera came out of her body and came into my cell several times, and she was trying to get me killed. And I want to just basically give y'all information on this witch, about the death threats that I received. Cynthia Olvera was the one who told me that the Illuminati would kill all of us. And so I'm gonna go into. She said that the Illuminati would kill me for telling everything that I'm telling y'all about their coven. When I was in the jail, because of course me being back there seeing people lying on evidence and poisoning me, I realized something was seriously wrong with how they were trying to handle my case. And Jim McDougal, the investigator, went and found out the evidence to my case, and that they were trying to hide after interviewing the man at the restaurant. And he came and talked to me and said it was the fault of the Conroe police after they had me in there lying on evidence and start, just doing bullshit. And so they was intimidating Jim McDougal. He was acting real scared when he told me that he found out the truth. And then that night when I went back to my cell, somebody had spiked my drink. And then when I told them that something was wrong, they went and got a video camera and started trying to film me while I was telling them they was being racist because a white man, my white baby daddy, was raping me and hitting me and I'm pregnant. And they spiked my drink, stripped my clothes, drugged me to the front of the jail, and then tried to have recordings. And they tried to have psych doctors come in there after while I was spiked, and I had passed out on the floor with veins popping out of my arms and like I had died, and Jesus Christ had rose me up and got inside of my body, and they was trying to get in my body, and God was like, I cast y'all out of the kingdom of heaven, and I call all my bloodlines. And I was crying when I woke up because the lady had told me to lay down, and I don't remember passing out, but I had been spiked. And she had a gun on her waist, and there were several black women helping her strap me down to a chair so they could try to make it seem like I had been violent and that they had to strap me to a violent chair. They stripped me while I was naked, coming down the jail, filming me and stripping me out of my clothes. They threatened to murder me in the room, several different people and Satan and everything. And it was deep because I didn't really know what all was going on because I had been drugged. And they was trying to make me out to look like I was violent and crazy, and Jesus Christ had got in my body, and he told the psychiatrist that was trying to they tried to do a psych evaluation on me to try to make me not be able to go to trial until the evidence that my baby daddy was abusing me and my son, that was trying to murder me, and then trying to make it seem like I got convicted and then never hear from me and no evidence about the baby, and then try to molest my baby boy and do all kind of stuff to him and think the truth was never going to come out. So that's why ain't no point of going to the police or anything like that, because when I tried to report certain stuff to CPS that I felt his father was capable of, they went to Cynthia O'Vera and Joseph O'Vera and the judges and tried to condemn me for calling CPS, and they was talking about somebody's child and somebody trying to do something to somebody's child but trying to say it was another little kid, and completely withholding all the information about what people have been doing around my child. So Jesus Christ, I told the psych evaluator he was in my body at this point because they tried to murder me. And when I woke up, I had stood up and it was like I was a ghost. And when I looked down at my arms, I had purple veins coming all over my skin. And y'all see what color my skin is. So I started freaking out. And it was like I wasn't even really alive. And then Jesus Christ had jumped in my body and started praying like in Hebrew or something. And then he prayed over like me like this with my own hand, but he was in me. And then my skin went back to this normal color. All the purple veins, dead looking veins, went away. And then he went down to my wound and he prayed in Hebrew or something over my wound with my hand over my wound, and then my baby started moving again, and it's still not dead. So my next video, because he told the psychiatrist, they tried to come in there and ask me what day of the week it is and all of this stuff to try to make it seem like I was crazy after they did all this to me. And I heard the police officers outside of the cell saying that they needed to kill me or Austin because of the Illuminati, because we knew a lot about them being molesters and evil and stuff. So then they were saying, well, we were to take Austin, then Andrea, and talking about me and saying all this stuff about me. And God had said Andrea is worth a lot of money because of what y'all doing to her and her kids, like, and especially if they die, and I pray they don't. And then God had told the officers that he'll give them money if they keep me alive, because there was a hit on me in the jail. And then so that officer said, where's the money, and we'll keep her alive long enough to get the money. And then Cynthia Vera was saying she was sick and that she had a life insurance policy. And something about her being a grand witch. And God said to the psychiatrist, he said, put her in the cell, because they had took me out of my cell after they spiked me and put me in the shitter where there was no water or anything. That's where I passed out. And after they drugged me, stripped me from my clothes and video cammed me like that. And then my natural hair was on my head and they was trying to make me look crazy because of my natural hair. And then so God had told him put me in the cell with running water and where I had the things that I need, then come back and try to do a psych evaluation on me. And God was saying he knew the law and that was illegal for them to be depriving me of water, running water in my cell. And they kept bringing drinks in my cell where I didn't have running water, and it was thick chemical. And it burned my lip when I tried to drink it, and I poured it on like a spider that was in there with me, and it killed the spider. And then it burned the skin off of my lip, and I refused to drink it. And I asked the lady, where did you get that water that you claim you got me? And the correction guard, it was a black lady and a white lady, and she was like, oh, I got it out the fountain. And I said, okay, can you give me another cup? And I watched her, and she walked around the fountain towards the side where the booking was, and she got another cup of the liquid, and then she brought it to me, and I smelled it. It didn't smell like water, it smelled like a chemical, and it was thick. And I asked her again, I said, what is this? Where did you get this? She said, I got it out of the fountain. And she was lying. So I poured it out again. I didn't drink it, and then I kept screaming, I'm pregnant, I'm bleeding, I need a doctor. And I seen my baby daddy. He came to me in the spirit world. He said, Andrea, telling me pregnant because they trying to do a honor killing on you, because my baby daddy knew that he was hurting me and the boy, and he knew why I protected us, but he knew that they was finna kill me and that I was pregnant by him. And he came in the spirit and told me that they had him and my son spiritually in hell. And he was saying they wanted me to kill myself and to keep screaming that I was pregnant, and that I refused an honor killing, that I refused to allow the United States government to murder me as an honor killing for white people and the KKK, just because I'm one of the first black women that have protected myself in this generation from a white person. And so after that, I just kept screaming, I refuse an honor killing. So they was trying to have me in there and just murder me. And so I kept screaming and saying I need a doctor. And then the black nurses was just walking past and refusing to help me, refusing to give me a doctor. They just kept refusing and trying to bring chemicals to try to make me drink the poison. And so this white lady had came after I asked for a doctor, a white nurse, and she said, did you drink the cups that we gave you? And I said, yeah, I lied. And she said, how many cups did you drink? Because I was still awake. And I said 2, and she looked at me like I was lying. And I know why she looked at me like that, because they had given me poison to drink, and I wasn't reacting to the poison because I did not drink it. I poured it out. And instead of her taking me to the infirmary and making that doctor see about me and my baby, she was sitting over there, this white lady, her and the black lady, she's sitting over there wondering about if I drank the poison and why I wasn't reacting to the poison. So they are very wicked. And the next video that I'm going to do is going to be about the death threats that Cynthia Vera was telling me about, and everything that she said when she came out of her body and came into my cell while the United States was trying to do this ritual on me, and how she ended up like that because she seemed like a regular nice old white lady with a job, and she has my child, and she is everything but that. And I'm a Christian, so I'm going to expose it, and I don't give a damn about nobody talking about I'm defaming them. I don't give a fuck, because y'all are in the covenant and we Christians, bruh. So we gonna shed the light on it. If you would have gave me my baby and left my baby the hell alone and left my pregnancy alone, then I would have no reason to really even expose your covenant. I would have just got the fuck away from y'all and stayed the fuck away from y'all. And see, they don't want that. They want victims. They don't want people realizing that they in covens and staying the fuck away from their ass. They want to try to say, oh, well, we bought them this and we did that for him and we did that. No, you're in a coven. And my son don't need to be nowhere around that shit. And a witch is very fucking good at pretending that they not doing what they doing. So let me go on to this next video.